Holy shit, it's so expensive to enhance this. I mean, it's going down though. One tap is... What is this guy? 3 taps. I think it's 15 to 16 is crazy, right? Oh, it's not that bad. My gosh. Oh, dude, this doesn't even make sense. The black cubes are cheaper than the red cubes. Oh, this has 9% crit rate on it. That mean my crit rate is good? Let me see. Oh, wait, let me reset this. I think now I can not put any more crit rate into my thing. See this. Defense ignored is 9350. So I can potentially take some out to put into anything else. So my hypers are actually getting a lot better because of this. I don't have to put any more into crit rate. I can focus more on other stats like crit damage, boss damage, and all that. Maybe I'll put a little bit into ID. Like 92 is fine, I think. And then boss damage and damage. Let me see how much crit rate I have. Because if I don't need... Actually, no, I'll just keep it the way it is. On damage, defense ignored. It's good. More crit damage. And fill the rest with attack and luck. One more attack. Okay, we min-maxed our hypers. They look pretty good now. Nice. And I can also take out crit rate here too. And I'll put a little bit into bonus EXP. One more. And some into attack. Luck. Okay. Those are some pretty good hypers now. Double checking on my bosses before I start grinding. I need to do this stupid prequest. I'll do it probably later today. After maybe a few grinding sessions. Oh yeah, hit that 2x. Actually, I'm wondering, how do I get so much crit rate? It's 9-9 here. Maybe I didn't have 9% on this one last time, yeah. So I got an additional 9%. Yo, what up, man? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm good. Farming. What about you? Dude, I'm doing good. I found a new map to farm in because the other map is too busy. I cooked up a new rotation. This one's really chill. So I'm pretty happy I found a spot that isn't really popular. Nice. I'm slowly leveling to 200 Southern Ridge. Bro, that map is so packed now. My friends tell me it's so hard to find a channel. Oh, not Southern Ridge. It's the Forsaken Excavation site. This one right here. That's the packed one. This map is still pretty available, but it's not as good as the other map. I feel like there's a lot of people getting to the higher level range now, so all the maps get packed. I actually think that for this map I'm in, it's the rotation is very easy compared to my old map. A lot of people are in forest and NESO there is always at zero somehow. What? Wait, oh, it's because like they all got drained, huh? Yeah. There's a lot of newer players then taking all the money there. Yeah, this map is super chill. I think I can only train on this map if you're like kind of funded though, because the coins won't like do enough damage if you're if you're weak. So I can only do this because I'm pretty funded. I tried this map earlier, but I wasn't strong enough. Hey, would you recommend getting the base Von Leon or Necro base set before upgrading? What are you trying to upgrade to? Like it kind of depends on what you're trying to do in the future, you know? The Von Leon set is way better. Like you can clear pretty much every single piece of content with that, and even if you upgrade it to all the way to 20 stars, it could last you for a very long time. It just you just won't have like really chill runs for some of the harder bosses later on. That's it. But I would go Von Leon. The only time I would go Necro is if you are planning to upgrade to CRA. Stars, I guess, didn't have the chance to use the upgrading system yet. I mean, me personally, I would rather go Von Leon if you have money to spend. But if you're trying to be more conservative with your money, then Necro is fine. Like it just really depends on what your goals are, you know. Because then Von Leon it is way more expensive to enhance than Necro. Von Leon's very expensive. I think everyone going for it right now. Yeah, yeah. It's because it's the most affordable item right now that is like you can actually like do a lot of stuff with it, right? If you get everything kind of geared up to 17 star and has really good potentials and all that, I mean, you can clear, you know, up to Vellum even. Wow, where is Lil Zakumpet? You can get it from the luxury raffle, I believe. So it's a luxury pet. Looking for casual solo bossing. Well, you know, if you want something that is, you know, gonna make the bossing easier, the Von Leon is good. But you know, if you're just trying to do like the daily bosses or some of the easier bosses, you can use the necromancer items and it's fine too. Just know that you spend on the Von Leon, it's going to be really expensive. But I mean, no matter what, it's going to be expensive. It's just depends on how much you're willing to put in. You like the Lil Zakun pet, but you don't like the Von Von pet? Actually, the Zakun pet is kind of funny with the glasses. How much in Mesos approximately to enhance Maple Gold Leaf? Well, it depends on how much you're trying to enhance it, but you're just talking about for one cube. It's let's see how much what the price is right now. I mean, it's probably gone up because I mean it's pretty cheap for a red. 20k for a red, 45 for a black. That's not that bad compared to what they were in the beginning. But if you're talking about the rates, it's about 100 black cubes from unique to legendary. But I mean, that depends if you get average or not. It's like a 50-50, I think. Is there a way to calculate the starport cost between, let's say, 10 to 15 stars? Honestly, there's no calculator out there right now. But what I did was I just use Chat GPT and I just like plugged it in. I mean, yeah, you could see the cost of enhancing using the like the calculator, not the calculator. They tell you the rate or the cost of each like star level, but it won't tell you like the estimated cost to get it to 15 stars. Yeah, no problem. Just know that most of the benefit from star forcing comes after 15 stars. Like before then, it's decent, but most of the damage comes after 15. You get so much damage getting all your gear that you can get to 17 star. Once it's 17 star, you can feel the damage difference like crazy. So potential more value outside of weapon. Yeah. The weapon has the most value if you can upgrade it, but it's so expensive right now. But you know, for example, for the CRA pieces, you get attack once you go past like I think it's 15 stars, right? Something like that, and you get attack, and the flat attack adds up so much damage. It's so expensive though. But before 15 stars, I feel like you know, star forcing is whatever. It's like good. But it's not like OP by any means. Once it gets to 17 star, it becomes crazy. That's why any 17 star item is like the one you want to go for if you want an item that is very, very strong. The only unfortunate part right now, though, is everything is just because of this event. I think the enhancement costs are just crazy for the Star Forcing. Yeah, I think that honestly, though, if you um if you want to like enhance, I think it might be better if you wait until the event is over. I don't know 100% for sure, but right now people are just making crazy money from the just the NESO drops and from the bosses. Can you tell me what to upgrade I should do to Solo Queen? My IGN is Desire. Yeah, I'll help you out. I will farm NESO drop and wait for the price to go down. Yeah, I agree. I don't think you should be enhancing too hard right now. It's just the price is just so crazy, honestly. Okay, let's see what we can do to get a little bit more damage for you. See, you are sitting at 11K stat. Honestly, right now, your stat is really good. 16% boss damage. Um, I mean your pots are good. I think right now, if you wanted damage, you have to push your okay, push this to 16/17 star. This will give you a lot more damage. Because right now it's at 15 star, but 16, 17, at least 16 star. 17 is like toss up if you want to do that. Um, and then the rest of it is just, if you want to push everything else to 17 star, but it's kind of expensive right now, so it's kind of like a gamble, right? I mean, your pots are really good. Like you're not sitting at a bad spot, honestly. Damn, pots are better than mines. What is this? Okay, so the three things you can do right now, I would say, is you don't want to push any of these past 17 star. You can work on the secondary and the emblem. Probably get 2-line attack. But do 16 to 17 star. And then you can do the B pots on these two. But it's gonna cost a little bit of money. But the easiest one to do is not guaranteed, but you have really good odds of hitting is 16/17 star. The 17 star is like a toss up because it's it's kind of expensive to go 17, but 17 is guaranteed. It just costs a lot of money once you're 15 star. But other than that, you flame this weapon, and you fix these two potential. Wait, let me see these two. Yeah, I mean the pots are good. It's just I think oh, you could also re-roll the pot on this too. This pot is like the actual potential, since you already have 2 lines of ignore enemy defense, you can technically roll off of this, but it's gonna cost money. I would prioritize this like later though, but it's something you should probably do. Also, if you have already a lot of IED, you can take some of the points out from your hyper stats, so something else you can do. Should I roll off the emblem main pot? No, this pot is good. I would do the secondary. Because the secondary pot isn't even that good. It's 35, 30, 30. So then your first line is your prime line is on defense ignored. Ideally, you want this boss damage or attack because you get a little bit more value out of it. And then you just have a lot of IED lines. Ideally, you just have 3. I think that's like the sweet spot, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, it's not a really big difference, I feel like, though. If it's not like a huge damage difference, but it's like a min-maxing thing. But you gotta kind of think about how much it's gonna cost you, and then try to see if that's worth it. But other than that, it's just you fix this. This is I mean, it's okay, but getting the 12%, 12 and 9 is really good. Oh, oh, 500. Yeah, it's kind of expensive. Right now. Honestly, though, if I were to focus on anything, I would just do the weapon right now. I think your other pots are like They're good, but it won't give you an insane amount of damage. Did you test a BA on Queen? Because if you test the BA and you see that it's clearable with the damage that you have, then I think that will give you a better picture if it's even worth doing, right? Because then the only way you can really tell is if you do a BA, like just do a 1 minute BA, and then you'll be able to tell if you can do the boss. Like that's how I usually determine if I can solo a boss is I try to see if I have enough damage. Can I get a gear review for Vellum solo? Can you type in your IGN? Hello, I'm class NL. How do I dodge our carry-on boss, please? Honestly, it's for your class. I don't know how I would do it, but I think you had to drag him all the way into the right corner and then jump all the way left. All right, let's see what man's got here. Another gear review for 2003. Six. Okay, let's see. 11K stat. Um. Okay. Let's see what you got going on here. Oh, this is good. That was very good. What the fuck? 12.9. Okay. 996. 12.66. Oh, what is this B pot? Like, what is that? Double prime. Okay. We need to work on this. I think this one for sure you got to get to like 11/12 star. Or not 11, 16/17 star. Like 16 is probably more realistic. I would not go with 17. It's so expensive right now. Okay, this is, I mean, you can't really do much about this. It's expensive right now. I mean, your stuff is decent. The thing that you're really missing right now, oh, this is not bad either. The thing, what you're really missing right now is oh, this is good. Okay. So the two things I would maybe look to do is for this one, I would try to get 12/9 attack. Um this one, you gotta flame it eventually, but yeah, just get this to 16 star. Is it worth doing B plot? Oh wait, let me fix this thing. I need to add this into my OBS. There we go. Is it worth doing B pot legend for weapon? Yeah, it's worth it. It just, you gotta think about how much it's going to cost, right? Because right now, I think it's like 60K or 70K or something. It's really expensive for the B pot, and you have to do about 200 legendary cubes or bonus potential cubes to go from unique to legendary. And if you get unlucky, then you're gonna spend a lot of money. Uh, by 12/9 B pot or always do 12/9 attack. So this one would be 12/9 attack, like exactly like your emblem. Your emblem is good. We're just min-maxing kind of everything right now. So, you're min-maxing the stuff that, you kind of going to keep forever, which is this one. And then you get a lot of value just adding 1 star to it. If you happen to hit like boss damage attack, you can keep that because, if it's expensive, it's not like gonna make a huge difference in my opinion. But other than that, if you want, you do need a little bit more damage, right? You need 16 star on this, but I also think you might have to enhance to 17 star on your CRAs and also your earrings. And then I think you might also have to do gloves, shoes, and cape, and then you can solo CRA. I think the vellum. So you gotta pretty much 17 star everything. Uh, you'll have a very comfortable clear after that. I think, like, maybe 17, 18-minute run? Yeah. Um, if you don't 17 star, it's also okay. You can also go 16 star. But you did definitely got a lot of things working, and it's very expensive. No problem, man. Let's see. Rycon on Discord. Just get general direction. Okay. Let me pull man's review up. Okay. I'll answer this question real quick. What do I think about Night Lord? That class is ass. I'm just kidding. But if you want the realistic answer, the class is pretty weak, really weak. Especially if you're unfunded. Okay, you're a buck, 3.5k strength, 27 attack. This one you might be able to roll off of if you have extra. You ideally want percentage boss. This is fine for now to keep, but just know that it's something that you can work on later. Let me look at your IED right now. 43%. Okay, I don't know if you're doing any bosses, but you need to get about like 80-ish% to get up, be comfortably doing damage. Okay, let's take a look at what you got going on though. Okay. I mean, you don't really got any rings. It's just this one, okay? Keep that for now. Not a big deal. Okay. Okay. So here are the things that I would personally do. I know that you don't have too many accessories right now, and you can't really do much about that. That just comes over time when you get more funding or whatever. But the items that I would work on are going to be the secondary and the weapon. The weapon, you're already past level 180. So I would try to get rid of this weapon as soon as possible and try to get a Von Leon knuckle, and then get that to like 11 stars and try to get it to uh unique, and same as this one as well. Try to get this to legendary if possible, because you get a lot of damage just from these two uh alone. And right now you're missing ignore enemy defense, and you need to get about 80% ish to start doing some of the harder bosses. And the only sources of IAD you can really get is from your secondary, your weapon, and your emblem. The emblem is also a priority, but I know right now they're really expensive. So it's just something you have to work towards eventually. Just know that this item, you're missing a ton of damage. But if you are looking for a budget alternative, you can get the silver one. It's not the best one in the game, but it's very cheap to enhance. When can I do normal magnets and hard hilla? How much strength? Honestly, I think that your stats aren't the problem. It's more of everything else, which is the secondary, the weapon, and the emblem. If you had those three, you might be able to do normal Magnus. Hard Hilla is a boss that you cannot solo no matter what until you have like 12, 13k stat, or around there, because that boss is just very badly designed. So even if you can do damage to her, she just heals it all back up. So, that is just not a boss you should realistically be aiming for at this point of the game. But if you're just trying to go for a normal Magnus, then just getting these two upgraded will help a lot. Yeah, but once you get everything kind of done, then come back and I think I can help you more. Because Working on the accessories, it's like pretty expensive right now, and you haven't finished your weapon and your secondary yet. And I think those are the two most important things you need to do. Can I get a review next? IGN Big Tuffy. Yeah, no problem, man. All right, Big Tuffy. 162 Paladin. Uh, yeah, I'll help you after I help out my man's right here. We gotta fix this pot or this ability. Let's take a look at what we got. So I know that you're trying to sell the pendant and the weapon. Actually, you know what? If I were you, I would I would get a Von Leon gear. Yeah, so basically for you, I think I would go Von Leon and then train to 180. Because I think that's kind of like the biggest thing. Because once you train to 180, you can get rid of all your unchained stuff and then just build Von Leon gear. Because I think in terms of value, then the Von Leon gear is the best. Yeah, Chaos Horntail Pendant is fine. Um, and then pretty much everything else. I would work on the pots first on these two. They're the most important ones. If you're going budget, just do 3% on everything else. But get these to like epic slash unique depending on your budget. But these two are really cheap. The emblem and the secondary are really cheap to enhance compared to everything else. So you get a ton of value out of these two items. I want to Star Force. If you honestly be able to train a Star Force now, what are the items I should tap on? Any of the accessories are worth tapping on. So like the Silver Blossom Ring, the Iphias, all of them are worth tapping on. It's just expensive. That's it. But yeah, I mean, I think you kind of know what to do. Just get rid of all the Unchained at level 180. You can Star Force all the accessories, including the cape, the shoes, everything basically that you have, except yeah. Honestly, you can Star Force everything like 1 through like 5 stars. Work on the emblem, the secondary. Once you get your weapon, work on that, and then everything else. Yeah, swap all in chain of Von Leon. Yeah, because where you at right now, it's pretty hard to get to anything above that. And honestly, Von Leon's not even that bad. I think it's pretty good. Like it's not the best, but you can do every single piece of content with Von Leon. Yeah, yeah, no problem. All right, DJ song. You said you want to do solo CRA. Okay. I can't go to the message. I just type it in. 201 shadower. So we're good on levels. Luck is 7.2. IED is around 80. Okay, the potential is good. I mean the legendary ability is good. And let's take a look at the pots on these. Okay. Okay. All right, all right, all right. All right, I'm gonna talk about this real quick. Okay, so this item, the B pot is fine, but ideally, if you have any of the neophyte items, if you have them at legendary, you should always try to go for 3-line or fake 3-line. So when I mean fake 3-line, it's like 12.66 or 12.96, anything 3-line, because they're so cheap to enhance that your odds are very good to hit it. So that's something I would definitely do if I have a neophyte at legendary. So this one, since you don't have it at legendary, you don't have to do it. And the B pot on this is actually really good. So keep that B pot. Yeah. So this is good. This is good. Yeah. So basically these two are good, and this one just needs to get fixed. This item right here it also needs to get fixed. The 3% luck is not really that good. Oh, I also gotta look at your Star Force too. Uh, I mean, yeah, this also needs to get fixed. Yeah, so same as before. If the neophyte is cheap to make it to fake 3 line. Oh, this is good. I mean, your items are good. Like it's like half of it is good and half of it needs to be fixed. Like this is really good too. Yeah, I'll just look at your weapon right now. I mean, this one's okay. One's okay. Yeah, one, two. Okay, your pots are fine, I think, on these two. Nova is expensive at the moment. I can get almost 8K and 1K damage with buffs. Okay, so honestly, like I think you have a good idea of where you need to do. You just need to upgrade a few more things. But realistically, if you want to start soloing with comfort as a shadower, you need about like I would say for queen, I think you want to get around 10K stat. You want to make it really comfy, it's 11. For Von Bon and Clown, you can maybe start doing it around like 8 through 9K. But just know that, you know, the weaker you are, the harder it's going to be to do the boss. And just know that they're going to be like 20-minute clears, you know? Um, so right now you're very close to actually being able to solo Von Bon. I think I did it around 8K stat ish, maybe like 8.5K. But just know it's gonna come down to like the last second, right? So if you want to make it like very comfy, you have to get a lot stronger. And you know, I think it's mostly just fixing all of your potentials that haven't been done. Like um, this one is fine. This one is not touched at all. Also, are you doing your flame daily? Like if you're doing your flame daily, put the flame onto the weapon because the flame daily it'll give you a lot of attack. About the emblem sub weapon, are they good? The emblem is fine. The sub weapon is a maybe because the thing is, rolling a 3 line usable on this is probably going to give you more damage. Because right now you have 1239, right? The 9% is okay, but if you happen to get like 12, 30, and 30 or something on the boss or IED, it gives you way more damage. But you know, I don't know how much money that you have to spend to be able to hit that because what you have right now is usable, but it's not ideal. But also one of those the thing is the secondary is it pretty much lasts you forever, so you can start working on it. I bought this character last week, didn't get enough flames yet. Oh, okay, yeah. So you just got to you know, do the flame dailies every day. But if you want, I think if for you, I would just try to work on the pots on all the stuff that hasn't gone pots. Even if you put like 6% on luck on it, it's fine. Even if you do 3% on luck, it's fine. Um, because it just gives you a little bit more damage, and you know, once you're able to stack it all up, it will give you a lot of value. And so the hat and the shoes, I think you know you can just go 3% on those if you want. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Good luck on getting stronger. You're so close, you know, very close. It's just know that the runs aren't gonna be chill. I know because I did it last week and I was like, dude, this run is long. Or not last week, 2 weeks ago, when everything was super expensive to enhance. I'm struggling with mine low. Can you help me figure out how to optimize stuff? All right, I'll help you too. All right. Let's see here. We got IL 2.5k stat. Did you buy your account? How does this IL have so much levels, but it's 2.5k? 15 magic attack. I think for this, eventually you want to get it up, so that just takes time. But we'll take a look at the account here. 3%. Uh, okay. Okay. All right. Trying to get things, but it's for expensive. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Actually, you got a lot of good stuff already. So the emblem is pretty good. You have a weapon at 11 stars. This is also really good. Right now, you're just missing the sub weapon. So you actually have such a cracked loadout already. You just need to upgrade them, right? So the things I would upgrade for sure is I would change the B pot on this. Get it to 3% magic attack, but when you roll down, roll with the bonus potential cubes, like the legendary, the ones that you can go for legendary. If you happen to get a tier up, then you get lucky. If not, then it's fine. So just try to get 3 or 6% magic attack for the bonus potential. For this, I would try to get this to at least epic, maybe unique. And also just go legendary if you can. It's super expensive, but I think it's really worth it. And then the sub weapon. So the sub weapon you don't have right now, same thing. Try to get it to legendary. If it's too expensive, just go unique or epic. But everything else is just needs to be worked on. So get all of your accessories to epic around 6% ish, I would say. Your Star Force is fine. Yeah, Star Force is fine. What should I get for the sub weapon? Get the one for your class. Let's see, you're a Ice Lightning Mage, right? So you get the evolving one. Let me see. Weapon, secondary, and Ice Lightning. I don't know which one it is. Yoked, are you gonna make a cosmetics guide? I don't even know. Like, what? What do you want me to? What do you want me to say about it? Yeah, my account naked. Oh, okay. This is the one that you want because it gives you slightly better stats, which is basically 2 magic attack. So it's not really like a huge difference, but I mean, if you want the best one, then get the evolving one. If not, you want to go for the slightly worse one and a little bit cheaper, you can get this one. It's a toss up. I mean, I would just get the evolving one. It's not really that big of a difference in price, but you get 2 extra attack. But if you want to be budget conscious, then this is not that bad. But yeah, but for you, just to reiterate everything, you work on the emblem, the sub weapon, and the weapon. Get all of it to unique slash legendary. Just depends on whatever. And also on top of that, just get everything else to epic 6%, and you should be pretty strong after that. Do you know if sub weapon is better 27 magic attack or go for boss attack? 27 is um let me see. 27 is I mean, I think 27 is fine, right? 27 is fine, right? It's good. It's good enough. Are you talking about like? I have a question. Are you talking about it being like 3 line attack? I don't really know. Like if you're counting the B pot too, it's kind of like I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to judge off that. I would need to see the item. Uh, I am new to MSU and the gear and cosmetics are kind of overwhelming. Yeah, I understand. I don't really know what I would do for cosmetics though for a guy because I I don't even really pay attention to the cosmetics, honestly. It's you just kind of buy what you like. I think that's kind of how it works. But in terms of gear, I have a lot of like gear videos that I'm trying to put out, and I think those could be helpful for newer players. Is it possible to solo CRA with Bishop? Yeah, it's completely possible, but you have to have a lot of funding. So I'll show you my friend that I am uh actually duoing CPAP with. He is a bishop. So this is kind of the stat that you need to be able to solo up to Vellum. He is super juiced though. So, he is crazy strong and he can solo up to C-Vel. So just check out his account, Eternity. He's very juiced. You want to see what the requirements are kind of like to solo CRA with the bishop. Yes, you watched all my videos. That helped a lot. I mean that's good. I think by just playing every day and just exposing yourself to the game, you'll learn a lot. The Xing area. I'll look at what you got. The thing is kind of taking a while to load, so you guys gotta give me a second. I think it's too many people are looking stuff up on the navigator. But when it loads, I'll pull it up. My main is Paladin. Could I solo boss in the future too? Funding it slowly. Yeah, you can solo every single boss in this game with any character. It just requires you know, like funding. That's it. I've seen people with you know paladins that are able to do CRA. So yeah. Oh, my man's is naked right now. Uh Okay, so usually whenever I like talk about like potentials, right? You usually don't want to combine the potentials because it's really confusing. So right now I know you said you had 27 magic attack, but the lines are on different potentials. So your actual potential is 18 and then your bonus potential is 9. So actually your bonus potential is in a good spot because you can work on that later. You don't need to work on it now, but you're in a good position where 9% is good enough. The 2 lines of magic attack is good enough for now because you're still kind of, like, trying to get everything together, right? So, actually, the secondary is pretty good. Um, but everything else that you have is pretty naked right now, I would say. Are you trying to use this, weapon, or are you trying to upgrade? Actually, you just came on to ask about the secondary, right? So maybe you don't need help on with any of these. If you have your account, American boy, I can look at your account and I can help you out. I'm using it. I just bought the weapon. Oh, okay. I mean, what you have going on right now is fine. You just need to get all the items, right? Every other item right now. But the one thing I would do for this is I would switch off the 12 magic attack and try to roll like 6% magic attack on this. Just use the occult cubes for this because you don't want to spend too much money, I think. So I think the occult cubes are pretty cheap. Let me double check for you. So the occult cube for this item is it's 8K ish. So that's not too bad. I would just try to get a 6% magic attack just to make it stronger. And then, I mean your set is fine, right? Like you're working towards doing stuff. But your legendary ability, try to get boss damage or buff duration. I mean, this one it just comes with time. Then just try to get the rest of your gear because you kind of just have not too much going on right now. But I mean, you're making your way there. You're oh just to reiterate though, your secondary is fine. I think you just need to work on the rest of your items before going back to it. When is it better to red or black cube? Use red cubes whenever the potential is legendary, and use black cubes whenever you want to tier up. So only use reds For when it's at legendary, use blacks to tier up. Ow, it's naked. I've been leveling 270 selling to save up fun for my paladin. Damn, okay. I mean, you're doing what you need to do to make it work, right? Haha, grind it's real. Yeah, it's honestly, if you're starting from the bottom, it's pretty rough. Like you get a lot of value well, you know, depending on how you value stuff, right? You get a lot of value out of spending money. It's so hard to go from 0 to 100. Does having a bishop in party offset a missing emblem? Uh Kind of, maybe a little bit because bishop can give IED and they give like 10% final damage or something. So maybe, but you can't really solo bosses if you don't have an emblem. I think like you can solo some of the easier ones, but you get to a point where you get bottlenecked with how much damage you can do because the emblem gives you so much damage. It gives you on the B pot, it gives you potentially 12 and 9 on the B pot, and then a ton of IED or a ton of attack. It's such a big part of damage. I think they need to release more like not more of the gold ones. I think they need more like they need to release bronze ones or something. It's not really nice for newer players. They don't have that item. Are you talking about this one? Wait, what is that emblem? This is yeah, it's probably one of the best items in the game. It's a gold maple leaf emblem. So you actually can get it doing the E-boss right here. As you can see, I just killed the E-boss, but the odds are really, really low. I mean, it's expensive, but like I think if you have one, it holds its value really well because everyone needs one. I mean, people ask me if it was worth buying one when it was like way cheaper, and I said probably because I mean I think they just gonna keep going up. Like there's no replacement for that item. You pretty much need it. I mean, can you play the game without it? Yeah, you can. You just probably need to party up. That's it. You just don't expect to solo boss things very easily. I'll wait and see my buddies as bishop so far. Now I'm chilling. I mean, if you're gonna do a lot of content with like a friend, you don't really need that much damage in comparison to someone that wants to solo stuff, you know? I think a lot of people want to solo bosses because you get the best rewards, but actually soloing bosses in this game is very expensive and it takes a really long time to actually learn how to do the boss because people expect to get to a certain point in damage, right? Like they have enough damage to do the boss, but they just are not used to doing the boss for 20 minutes straight. Because a lot of times the bosses aren't necessarily hard, they just require a ton of practice, and I don't think a lot of people like to do bosses for 18 minutes and then they end up dying out or whatever and they just get frustrated. I don't think a lot of people are ready for that. So I tell people, just make sure that you're able to sit in a boss for 20 minutes and, get ready to fail. And when I tell people like the min specs for a boss too, that I'm expecting you to play well, like with really good damage uptime. You're sticking on the boss pretty much the entire time because, if you're trying to do things with worse stats, you have to play better. That's just the way it is. Yeah, yeah. Dude, so the other day I duo CPAP with one of my friends, and I got the raffle for it, but check how much money I got from it. It is basically almost 40 mil for because I won the this raffle right here. I was like, damn, it's a fat amount of money, right? 40 mil for the whole thing. Pretty nice. Yeah. I think I might try to solo it this week. I am so strong now, but I'll check my damage later this week. I still need to find a Lotus and Damien party. It's like impossible to find one. Everyone is either one, they have their own party, or two, they're too low level, so it's hard to find people to do it. But I think that now I'm like kind of stronger. Maybe I can potentially duo it. I don't know. I'm like a lot stronger than I was last week. But I still need to get more levels. If I can get more levels, then I'll do way more damage and I'll make it way easier. Mm. I can't imagine me doing Lotus. Don't losing all my lives. Lol. No, you just gotta practice. Honestly, like every single boss in this game is like as long as you practice, you can get it down. It just takes time and practice. I think everyone can learn all the bosses in this game. Like they are intimidating to try at first, but once you get it down, it's like not too bad. Also, if you guys didn't know, I bought the Fafnir dagger. This shit was a pretty penny, but I think it's worth it actually right now. The reason why I think it's worth it because I was also able to sell my old dagger to help cover the cost, and then now I can also start selling these. Where is it? Oh, the rune thingies. You guys know the energies that the CRA drops. I can start selling those now too, so it helps me fund the dagger. But yeah, it was kind of intense when I was buying it. The enhancement cost for CRA is also so expensive right now that when I did the math to calculate how much money it takes to go to 16 star plus going to legendary B pot and legendary potential on it, it was already half the cost of the actual dagger itself. So it felt like a no-brainer to me to buy it because it was an item I wanted eventually, but having to work on the item and potentially it probably would have cost me more money to do it. So now I have the dagger, and oh no, it's pretty nice to have, I think. I know people are already soloing slash duoing Lotus and Damien, so it's definitely doable for me. I think I'm very close. Cost how much to do all the enhance for your Fafnir dagger? I just talked about it. I didn't enhance it. I bought the item, but it would have probably cost me over 300 million NESO just to get it where it's at right now at the current price. 300 million NESO, I think. Well done. I was saying to buy the CRA hat when it's 18 mil. Now it's 60 mil. Uh, yeah, I feel like the CRAs might go down a little bit though because they're giving out so many of the 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 energy thingies from the CRA drops. I think that they might go down. They actually have I'll show you right now. So let me see if I can find it. So you can see the from Vellum, right? You get 2 a week now. So you can get 2 of these, and there's actually 48 parties that have completed it, right? That means that there's gonna be 90 or 100-ish, almost 100 from just Vellum alone. And then on top of all these ones, right? So 100 over here, another 100, another 150. So you're basically gonna have like 400 out in the wild next week. Which is why, like, I think that a lot of people might be like you could wait on it. I think it's gonna drop a lot for the little energy shards. At least that's what I think. But even if you get CRA, like, look how expensive it is to enhance. It's so expensive, right? 17 to 18 is almost 500. I mean, this is not that bad actually compared to doing the weapon, I guess. I mean, they're still expensive, I guess. Not as bad, but you still have to potential and everything up. Wouldn't potential pot go up in supply increase? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about like the price of the potentially slash price? It's a yes slash no because the way that the algorithm works is weird because the more people that enhance the item, um, it stabilizes it out harder, right? But let's say if someone just one person goes ham on the top, let's just say for an example, one person alone does like 500, right? It spikes the price a lot harder, and that's why sometimes things are just way more expensive than they should be. Like, for example, the weapon right now. Oh yeah. Let's see. I mean, like going from 16 to 17, right? It was 25. So there's probably one guy that did this, right? So it went 25, but increased the price by 500K. But the more people that enhance, I think that it stabilizes out a lot harder. So it wouldn't spike this hard. It would probably go up only a little bit compared to this huge spike. You think this will drop the cost of every items like Von Neon and Lionheart CRA is cheaper? Potentially, but it's still, I think, out of the price range for a lot of people. Because a lot of people that are playing this game, they probably still won't be able to reach that price range. Also, keep in mind also that that this event is only going on for 2 weeks, I think. So that means the drop rate won't be 100% next week or the week after, I think. So we're kind of in like a bootstrapping phase where they're trying to give players all the items. Like they're kind of like expediting the rewards process, right? Because I think that a lot of people felt like it was unrewarding and they couldn't get anything, and they couldn't progress in the game because the money was too low. So they made this event to kind of expedite that process. So now everyone is kind of at a power level where you can actually clear stuff, right? But they're gonna heavily pull back the rewards after these 2 weeks. So I'm expecting them to drop down, but eventually it'll even out to a place where it'll be balanced again, because it shouldn't really be like this forever. It just doesn't make sense in terms of like a balancing. But also the reason why I also don't think they'll drop too much is because if you look at the store, you can see how many are inside the shop. um and those are limited too. So once it's bought out, then they recharge really really slowly. But I think that maybe it'll drop the price of Von Leon a little bit. I don't know, it really just depends, right? Like the more people that play this game, um like it just keeps the Von Leon price like pretty stable, I think, because it's the best affordable option, I think. Hope this ends next week, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, this event is a little too crazy, I think. Like it's busted. Don't get me wrong, this shit is insanely busted. Like if you're not farming right now, you should be doing everything you can to farm as much money as possible. Because we're not gonna get anything like this ever again, I think. It's too OP. Yeah, I mean, like if the players are thinking it's too crazy, then it's got to be insane. But the thing is, just in general, like the MapleStory devs, they know how to pull things back when it gets too crazy. So I think they know that it's a little bit too much right now. But I think this phase is a little bit necessary for the game, because I think that people just weren't really excited to play the game when the rewards just weren't rewarding, especially when they didn't even have anything enhanced and stuff like that. So it's in a spot now where I think it's not bad, or it's going to be in a spot where it's not bad. It's too crazy right now. Like I'm making 320K an hour training. Like that is insane in my opinion. No wonder the price of NXPC is dropping. Motherfuckers be uh grinding for like 12 hours a day. I've never seen people grind this much. Like so crazy. You don't enjoy the raffle system? Yeah, honestly, I have a lot of like critiques about a lot of the game systems as well. Like I'm not really sure if the way they design the game is really the right way. But what I can say is that a very big risk on what they're taking. So I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work out, but I mean, I hope it does. It just seems a little bit odd. That's it. But the thing is, like later on in the game's future, like how a lot we're already starting to see, right? A lot of the rewards is not 100% win rate, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. But as more people play the game, and as the rewards get drained over time, we're gonna get these win rates like much lower. You're still salty? You lost 66% on neo firing? What do you mean by that? Like you sold it for too early or something? Dude, those things keep going up. What is the price on that now? I have 5 I need to sell. No, I lost raffle at 66. No, that's foul. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Honestly, that's pretty sad. Yeah, honestly, that is pretty lame. But I mean, that's just how the game works, like you enter the raffle, but you're not guaranteed to win. You're just in the line, and you hope no one else gets in that line. You're praying for other people's downfall, you know? Honestly, that's pretty foul. I'd be fucking sad too. Like imagine I get like a Fafnir weapon, then some motherfucker also gets in there, and then it's like a 50-50. Oh nah. I would not be having it. But honestly, here, think about it this way: you get unlucky today, right? But you'll get lucky on something else. You know, that's how it works, right? So I feel like for me, you know, when I get mode on something, I get absolutely shredded. Like I get the luck back like sometime later. It always pays itself back, I think. Yeah, but the neophyte one is the big one though. Unfortunate. That one is like you really want to win that one. Oh, what the fuck we got going on here? Honestly, also at the same time, guys, I feel like a lot of people right now they're trying to rush like their progression. But honestly, just don't really think it's really worth like rushing to get to the end game because once you're there, it's just you know you everything is giga expensive and then like I don't know, it's not like the game is that much crazier. I think like if you're able to do CRA with a party, like like the funding level to get there is it's like reasonable. You know, I just don't think that the reward is the numbers really don't make sense in my opinion for how much money you put in and how much you can expect to get out of it. It's not really like that. I think you should just enjoy the game at a slow pace, and you'll probably enjoy it way more. Nah, bro, I want the server announcement. What do you mean by that? Oh, you trying to be the fucking first clears? The server glaze? The fucking server glaze? Oh my gosh. Dude, they gave us all 3 times though. That shit was crazy, right? The 3 times. Number one YNS. Do it so I can get a 3x. Dude, I mean, fuck. Let me in the hard Lotus and hard Damien parties, and maybe we can talk. You know, I didn't get invited to the juice party because they were giga juice on the first week. I opted to hold out because I did not want to spend that much money. I think one of them quit after first curse me. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, I saw that guy's Twitter. So, so I'll tell you what I read from his Twitter. He basically said that he spent a lot of money on enhancing in the beginning, right? And he got a little bit like frustrated that the rewards weren't paying out that much money. So he sold his character and ended up breaking even from the beta and everything. So he basically did everything, all that in the beta, plus clearing the bosses and enhancing in the beginning of the game, and he just ended up selling everything for break even. And he says that he feels like the best way to approach the game is to just play the game for a little bit, like just to do the daily bosses, the weekly bosses, and then just use that to farm. I feel like if you're playing this game only to try to like giga hardcore farm out all the bosses and stuff like that, I feel like you're gonna be very disappointed because I mean the numbers don't lie. It's not really that crazy, right? Like think about all the top players that spent, thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's kind of hard to make money, I feel like you can maybe make money, and there are people out there that have made their money back from investing in their character. But I don't know, like it doesn't really seem worth it for the majority of players. Like it's a lot of work and you might not make money. That's the thing. It's like an unknown. It's not a guarantee. But what I can tell you is I think it's fun to play this game, so there's that. I mean, the guy that sold his account, he sold it for like 15 bands or something. So, I mean, he made some of his money back, but it's funny because he sold his paladin and his ice lightning mage. So he sold both of them, and they're the top two sales for characters. He just basically was like, "Yeah, I want out of this game. I want to have fun, maybe make money if possible." Yeah, I think that's how most people should try to approach it. But I think too many people go into it thinking like it's an easy way to make money when you're probably spending a lot of money to maybe not make money. I don't know. But I think that if the game continues to grow and it survives past the second or third year, then I think that you can maybe start making money, because by then if you play every day, you at least should get the value of your whole account back. Like just even by farming. Yeah, it's definitely not easy. I mean, I just treat it as like a game, but I just end up spending a lot of money on it. But I mean, think about it this way also. The game has so much room to grow. Like just as a game, it's got like fifth job, it's got all these classes that still need to come out and stuff like that. So it has so much room to grow in that aspect. But I think the issue right now is that's a big question mark, is we don't know if a game system like this is really sustainable, right? Like we don't know if the model that they have put into the game with the limited amount of items and how they disperse the rewards and all that stuff. We don't know if it's really going to work out. Like that's the biggest question mark right now, that kind of makes it kind of hard to see if this game has a future like that. I mean, I think that they can pull it off, but I don't know. It's like the big question mark. Like tying the value of NXPC to NESO was I think it was a very bold move. I'm just lucky it's my first time playing Maple. Dude, this game is awesome, honestly. It's so degenerate though. It's like disguised as a like a cute mushroom game, but like we're like fucking degens in this game. I think it works as long as people play it. Yeah, I think that even if the price of NXPC goes down to like very, very little, the game will still actually be fine to play, I think. Like that's the interesting part, right? Like the game will still be fine. And they have a lot of runway too. They have over 100 mil. Like they definitely didn't spend all of that inside what the fuck? I got a weapon. See how this looks like on me. You think that people take money, it's at some point it's gonna die out? Hmm. I mean, people are already cashing out, you know. I think it's fair to create a system where they can cash out. But I mean, I see where you're coming from. I just think that the main thing about making the game Web3, right? It is the main thing is that you have a economy, like a game economy where um like a game economy where you can just trade everything like freely and not have to worry about RMT. There is some inherent value already built into the token. Like I think that the market should just dictate the value of the token, you know what I mean? And I think that's just the main appeal of it. It's not necessarily like anything else in that. I meant only do that. Oh yeah, I mean of course, you know, if people only try to play this game to make money, then I don't know, like the game probably won't do that well. But I mean, it's it's just how some people approach it, you know. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. It's just you need to balance everything out. Like you want to make it rewarding enough for players to want to try to push the end game content, but you also don't want to make it where it's the only thing that people want to do. Like they just want to play the game to try to make money. The weird balance. Like you want people to play the game because they want to spend money because the game is fun, and then the rewards along with it make it worth it. But I also just feel like right now the game is lacking a lot of content compared to what a lot of other games have. Like if you look at what they have in GMS and stuff like that, it's not, you're not even comparing. Like the game is just so hard to compare. Like you could get so much more content playing any other MapleStory version right now. But I think that means that we got so much more content that it's going to happen, right? So I'm expecting in 2 weeks or so we should be getting a big piece of content update. I'd be very disappointed if 2 weeks they do some other bullshit marketing event again, you know? Like come on, give us something good. Like give us Cygnus Nights, give us a better content drop. I haven't played other MapleStory games, so it's fine for me. Yeah, if you haven't played any other MapleStory games, then you probably enjoy this one a lot more. But the only reason why I'm like comparing it both is because if you want people to play the game, right? Like they have a better option out there right now. Technically, if you're just uh like a pure MapleStory experience, not with all the Web3 mechanics in it, there are better options out there. That's why I think that when you start adding more pieces of content into this game, you can make a you know you can make an argument of why this one could do better. But I mean, I'm enjoying this game too. Don't get me wrong. I think this game actually is, with the Web3 elements in the game, it's way more fun. It's just I just understand it's not for the majority of players. It's kind of crazy how much people spend and stuff. Yeah, I was kind of surprised other MapleStory creators didn't join in. Well, I'll just tell you from what I know is just in general, the MapleStory community in global MapleStory, they're very against the ideas of NFTs and all that stuff. So if you just look on Reddit and you see how people talk about MapleStory and NFTs and stuff like that, they give Nexon a lot of shit for even trying this project in the first place. So I think the focus for me is to try to build a community from the ground up rather than trying to take people from the other game. I think that is way better because it's hard to change the mindset of people that don't want their minds changed, you know? Instead, I'd rather grow the game from the ground up and if the game is really fun, then they'll get interested in it. Yeah, yeah, that's just how the mindset is for them. But you can't really do much about that. Just NFTs have a negative stigma to it. Also in GMS, the majority of people play reboot, so they don't really like the open economy stuff. They like the solo progression, which is fair. I think GMS or reboot in general is a very good game. It's honestly like I think it's one of the best ways to play Maple. But the economy aspect of this game is very, very fun to play with. Like if you know what you're doing, like you can make money from flipping items and stuff like that. But it's definitely a grind doing that. It's like you're merching. Like back in the old days, people used to merch items. You could do the same thing, but now it's way faster. If I found your channel faster, I would have flipped a lot. Hey, I mean, you're early still, right? Because I'm gonna try to be making content for a long time. Oh yeah, Path of Exile experience. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you played any other MMOs, like you know, you have a lot of experience in that stuff. I mean, right now, I just feel like items are just dropping like crazy, so it's kind of hard, right? Everything is kind of just dipping, but at the same time, you get a lot of players that are very excited to try out the game because the drop rates are crazy. So it's a lot of the lower tier items, they actually are pretty high, but the upper end items I think are going down because it's harder to find buyers for those items. That's why like Von Leon and stuff is going up, but then Dominator pendants are going down like crazy. Even though I think Dominator pendant is a very nice item to have. Also, I know I say this like every single time I stream, but make sure you do your flame dailies. It is legit the most important thing you can do as a player. Magnet Pet is now 65 mil. Will it go down next week? What the fuck? 65 mil? How much is that in USD? Will it go down next week? I don't know. I mean, back pets are a little bit different because I don't really know kind of how the spawn rate on that is because I don't do the pet raffles and it's kind of hard for me to judge on how often they come out. So that's kind of like what I would need to determine if it's gonna go down or up. Yeah. I mean, I feel like back pets are worth picking up, although I don't know if it's worth picking up at these prices. But I think they've been holding pretty steady, right? Like they were 600 the other week, and then they went to 700. So I don't know. The only time I would think about picking up a back pet though is if you plan on playing this game for like 2 to 3 years plus, because you're spending a lot of money on the pet. Like even if I farm, let's see, if I make three like 300k an hour, I would make one mil, about 1 mil in 3 hours or so. I mean that's like fuck ton of hours in your train to even break even. What daily did you say is crucial? It's the flame daily. It's so if you're level 170, I believe, you can do the Critias one. So you have to finish the prequest first, the Critias one, and then you can do the daily. So you do the daily mission right here, and then you get this item called the Life Flame Collector. You use it. Yeah. Okay, as long as you're doing it, yeah, I think that's the most important one. I keep telling people that because I don't think a lot of people realize how important it is. but it gives you so much damage. How does the flame work? Okay, so once you get the flame shard thingy, you just go to enhance, and then you can enhance the item, right? To say this, and then all you have to do is click on the thing, and it gives you random stats. And you kind of hope that it hits the stat that you want, but you ideally use it on the weapon first because it gives you attack, and that just gives you a ton of damage for a very cheap cost. Because if you look at the amount of strength of attack I'm getting here, I'm getting about 73. I can get maybe like 30 to 40 attack just using the flame alone. So that's about like half of the Star Force value just in one flame. So flames are very, very strong. It's just you just gotta do your daily every day. Yeah, yeah, extremely, extremely good. I highly recommend it for everyone needs to do it. It's the most important thing I think right now. Like, if you're just playing this game, maybe like 1 or 2 hours, like you do all your daily bosses, maybe grind for an hour. As long as you do your dailies and Monster Park along with that, like you will progress very nicely. Maybe not every day, but every month you will make gains. Is Night Lord suck? Uh yeah, the class is kind of ass, honestly. But if you want the real answer, that class is really only good if they're funded. But I think that it requires a lot of work. Like the class is very hard to play well, and you just will have a harder time than if you played an easier class. A lot of people tell me that class they don't like playing it, so that's all I have to say. But if you like playing it, you should stick with it. I just wouldn't recommend it to someone. Anyone that tells you Night Lord is OP is I don't think they understand how hard that class is. Like not hard to play, but they just have a lot of shit that they had to deal with. I think right now the best three solo bossers is Shadower, Buck, and Ice Lightning. I think those three are the best. I train a lot right now because I want to hit 200 and I'll take it easy. Yeah, 200 is a big milestone, I think. It's a nice place to kind of chill. Yo, should I buy the silver emblem? It's a good item to buy if you don't want to buy the gold emblem. So I'll tell you the advantages of both, okay? The gold emblem will it's like the best in slot. Like you won't find a replacement for it pretty much forever. It'll last you literally to the end of time, right? The silver emblem, on the other hand, if you look at the first line, right, on my potential, you can only get 9% on the first line. The first line has the most value, but on the silver emblem, you can only get 9% on the first line. But you still could get good IED lines, I believe, the defense ignored lines on the silver emblem. So, you know, you're trading off an item that um has, you know, the best value versus something that's cheaper. But also at the same time, the silver emblem is way cheaper to enhance as well, I believe. Like you're paying maybe like half the price. Where to get rebirth flame points? So I just talked about this, but you have to do the flame dailies. So you know you have to do the daily quest that they give you is Critias, Haven, or Dark World Tree, and then you get these things right here called Life Flame Collector. You use it, you kill 2,000 mobs in one day, and then you get one of these Ember of Flame. You need 15 of them, and then you get your first flame. So it takes about 2 weeks to get one flame. And the other way you can get it, you can get it from elite mobs, but I've never gotten one. Well, think I haven't unlocked one yet. I'm 145. Okay, yeah, just gotta train then. I have a video on it too, so you know if you forget, then you can just go to that video. How about Crystal Vengeance badge? Is it worth it? Uh, I think that's like the one of the later things you should buy because it just gives you like stats, but you can't really upgrade it. Silver emblem price to enhance is 1/3 gold emblem. Yeah, that's way cheaper. So I think for a person that is on like a budget, it's actually pretty good. Thanks, man. Your live is really helpful. Yeah, no problem. I rolled bishop, but thinking of switching to shadower. How much could your character sell for? Hmm. It's hard for me to appraise the value of characters. I don't really know. Yeah, so I don't think I can really help you on that. If you're selling your character naked, just compare the prices to what other people are selling it for, you know? Yeah, you should have played Shadower if you want to solo bosses. This class is broken. I keep telling people that. I think people know now, but that is broken though. Because I keep telling people that it's broken. Like someone really came into my chat, like you know, when I first started streaming, and they were like, Night Lord is better than Shadower. And I was like, please tell me why. And the reason they gave me was that Night Lord gets extra experience from training. And I was like, okay. And what else? I want to play Paladin first. Switch to Shad when I hit 90 and Paladin. It's too painful to train. Yeah, Paladin is actually a really good class. It's just, you know, when you play support classes, expect it to be a lot harder to, you know, do damage to bosses because you're playing a class with a lot of utility, right? You're playing a class that has bind and it has invincibility and also lowers ignore enemy defense. So it's a very loaded class. So they have to give up you know, damage somewhere. That's you know, that's just in their damage. But I think that Paladin is a really good class. It just doesn't do that much damage, but I think that they can pretty much solo everything too. They have a bind, but having a bind in this game is insanely broken. Shad is also fun. Yeah, I agree. I think this class is one of the more fun classes because they have good mobility and they feel like they feel like a complete class. Like a lot of these classes feel like they're missing something. And it's because a lot of these classes they're based off they were balanced around like having fifth job in the game, right? Because when these classes got their updates, they didn't get they didn't get updated based off of fourth job. They got updated based off of fifth job. So a lot of classes they just have nothing. Um, Night Lord only good when you reach CRA items. I mean, every class is good with CRA items, you know, but Night Lords get easier to play because they can start one-shotting mobs. What about Bishop? Bishop is very good in party play, but you know, if you're solo bossing, then just expect to have to fund a lot more to do the bosses. Okay, I can look at your thing again, but give me 3 minutes. I want to finish this coupon up. Yeah, Bishop is really good though. I think that right now we're at least for me, I think that everyone is probably valuing like solo bossing a lot more, which I think is pretty fair, right? Because you get more rewards off of solo bossing and stuff like that, right? But we haven't reached a part of the game yet where I think it's very necessary to have a bishop because you know bishops give a lot of damage and a lot of IED. So until bishops are necessary to clear bosses, you know, I don't think they're going to be valued that high. But I think when fifth job comes out, bishops pretty much become insanely broken. So I think they're a very good class to invest in no matter what. And even now, like I know like bishop feels maybe not that strong, but once they come out with fifth job, bishops do very comparable damage to a lot of classes. And on top of that, they give insane support. So they're really good. The NESO pool and low level got empty today. I mean, hey, why do you think NXPC went down? All the hackers sold all the money, right? Yeah, actually, that's also another thing is let's say you're starting to play this game, you know, you're like a newer player, you want to try out the game, and then you don't get any money. You're probably like, why the fuck am I not getting any money? Like, I think that is there's an inherently like that's kind of like inherently bad design, right? Because I think that if I'd never played MapleStory one day in my life, and I played this game and I wasn't getting any money, it would be such a turnoff because it feels like I'm making zero progression. It just seems a little bit odd to me. That's it. But I mean, that's part of how the game is designed. I think right now they just need to make the game like balance better. And you enter first zone and you see bowmen teleporting all over, dude. Like that'd be fucking wild. Like you're just like, how the fuck's this guy doing this? How come bowmen have this crazy skill? You probably don't even know what hacks are. Dude, I'm so close to leveling, guys. I need 12 more percent. The levels actually are still pretty fast right now. I think I get like one level every 10 days or something. You're trying to click his character to report, but he's probably juking you like crazy too, huh? I got report failed when I tried to report one. Honestly, I've actually guys, I've never seen a hacker once. It's because I was always a higher level and I never see hackers in higher level area. I got report failed when we try to report one, then they solved lie detector in less than 1 second. Yeah, I think that's why they turn off lie detector because it doesn't even fucking work. You're struggling, soul sickness, lacking too much damage. Also, is there a way to or mechanic you don't get hit by the volcanoes? Let me check your stat and then I will give you a uh a review. But I gotta check someone else's stat first, so you gotta give me a second for me to finish his. But if you want to know how to dodge volcanoes, you just have to uh you just have to like honestly like sometimes they are kind of unavoidable, but as long as you are playing smart and playing safe, you should be able to dodge them. Because I know that a lot of bosses, you know, you might just be playing a little greedy. You just have to play a little bit safer. You have 30 minutes to finish the boss, so you have a lot of time, even if you um you know are not playing that well. You have so much time. Yeah, I'll help you after I'll help you after I finish another guy's gear review though, because he asked me to look at his account again. Because sometimes I panic and double jump. Okay, here's the thing about flash jumping is it's actually not the best thing to do in certain situations, right? Because a lot of bosses, it's actually better if you just move a little bit. Or I don't know if you're using your rush skill. The rush skill is also nice to be able to like kind of micro adjust sometimes. I use it a lot in Zakum because flash jumping it's hard to be precise sometimes, right? Because sometimes you only want to jump like a small distance, but the best way to do that is you have to wait a little bit and you fall and then you jump. But if you need to get a far distance, it's really good. Like if the whole map is covered with volcanoes and you need to get from left to right, then it's really good because you know. But there's all just in general, it just depends on your class's kit. But I'll take a look at your stuff soon. Give me like a minute or after I finish other man's. But never panic and double jump. It's not good. What's the difference between Starforce map and non-Starforce map? Starforce maps give you way more HP, but they're way harder to kill the monsters. I would only really recommend training at them if you have enough Starforce and it's easy to train in. You also don't make as much money if you don't full clear, so keep that in mind. And right now, the money drop is actually pretty good. Is the NESO drop higher as well? Yeah, right now we're getting from the base game, we're getting 6 times the increase rates. So you're gonna grind these next 2 weeks. The rates are crazy. Like if you're gonna grind, just grind to like 200, 205, and then you can stop grinding and just do fucking daily bosses. What server I am in? I'm in Ain, AIN. Ain. I don't know how to say it. I'm in I'm in Limelight. They're all there. Honestly, I just chose whatever server my guild was going to be in. I didn't really look to see if what's populated or what's not populated. Okay, I'm gonna collect my money and then I'll help Mans out. All right, I gotta go find your name again. See where you posted it. Where are you, Eden? Oh, okay, you sent it in the Discord. Okay, I'll open up from here. Is triple pet important? It gives you 30 attack. It's pretty good. It's not OP by any means, but I mean, if you usually want 3 pets, so you can get auto buff, at least 2 auto buff pets, I think, for most characters. All right, let's double check what you got going on. Wait, what upgrade did you make? I was thinking maybe Silver Emblem and Von Leon hat and weapon, but I can sell my Unchained in 6 days. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I think that the Silver Emblem is not that bad, especially if you want to start clearing content, right? Like you can't even play the game without an emblem, in my opinion. Like you can, but it's fucking ass. Um, but yeah, once you sell the Unchained, just go Von Leon and then just start juicing your character. The emblem is also really cheap to enhance, so you get this to legendary very fast. Yo, what's up, my mans? How you doing? What question did you have in particular? I feel like you kind of know right now after the emblem, right? You have any other questions? I think right now, if you want the silver emblem, you can get it, right? How much does it cost? See. Should I get Vaughn now or wait till I sell Unchained? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, you can keep the Unchained. You're not gonna make huge differences. If you're gonna buy anything, buy the emblem. The emblem gives you the most value, and then you can upgrade it too. You can maybe pick up the weapon. It's like maybe. It's like depends on what you want to do. I think you can hold off on the weapon until everything unlocks though. What about ring? I mean the ring is pretty expensive, right? You can get a iffier ring, but a bit hard, I think. Depends on your budget. Because even if you buy the item, you still have to upgrade it, right? And right now you can make a few upgrades. I mean, you can get the iffier ring. It's pretty good. I think the most important though is emblem and the weapon. Those are the 2 things, and then um the hat will give you the set bonus too. So you'll get an extra 10% boss damage. So I think those are more important than the ring. But once you have all of them, then you can maybe think about getting the ring. But also you gotta work on everything too, like the emblem, the weapon, and then maybe fix the secondary a little bit, and then maybe I would get the ring after. I want to buy sub weapon. How much more to make it unique at least? Uh that's kind of like where are you starting from? Like from rare? Maybe like I don't know, like 5 mil or something. I don't know. You have to do the math yourself. It's just look at the probability and then you got to do the math. Where's man? I'll help this guy Kunji. All right. 197 Shadower, 7k luck, before boss damage 15%. That's good. Okay, this is fine. What's your ID at? 82. It's okay. Okay. These B pots are good. 20 to 40, yeah. Did you do a battle analysis for yeah, right now you're actually not strong enough to do CRA. You need about I think for your stat, you need about for a comfy clear, like 9k for like bonbon, you could do it at 8k, but just know it's gonna be a very hard run, like a 20-minute run, and it might come down to the last hit. Um yeah, just put your name in it and then I'll do a gear review for you. But you gotta get this to 9-ish K. And it'll be a much more doable run. I think for queen, you might need like 10k though. But I mean, right now it's just fixing some of the potentials, right? So especially your secondary and your weapon. Actually, I mean the 9% is okay, but ideally for uh for the weapon and the secondary, you want to try to get them like 3 line of boss, attack, or IED, right? Because right now you only have 82 IED because wait, did you optimize your hyperstat? I think you should have a little bit more than this. But regardless, right now, the boss damage attack is good, but you ideally want one more on this, and it will cost some money. And same thing for this one. Getting 3 lines on this is also really important, but it will cost some money. But if you don't want to spend money on these right now, then you have to enhance some of your gear up to unique, like the earrings, the shoes, the cape, right? So it's not just doing one item. You have to do everything to 2 line unique. And then see, for these two in particular, since it's so cheap to enhance uh the main potential in them, you want to get them fake 3 lines. So just do like 12-9-6 or 12-6-6, right? So these are something you can work on, and it's very easy for you to get up because 2 line actually is not that good for legendary. You have anything legendary, you ideally want it to be 3 line if you can afford it. And these ones are very, very affordable to get to 3 line. So work on these two for sure. I think you should be able to get it very cheap. The accessories in particular are very cheap to enhance. Like in terms of hitting the 3 line. But other than that, it's like you just gotta work on three these two pots for the potentials, and then just get all the everything up. You need to just to get about like for Von Bon, I'd say comfy clear 9k, Pierre 10k, Queen, if you want a super comfy clear 11k. Um And then for Cygnus, actually, where you're at right now, the fight is not easy. If you want a very comfy clear, you want to be able to also comfy clear Von Bon. So getting 9k stat will make the clear way easier. You can clear it right now, though. You have the damage. The boss itself is just going to be really annoying to deal with. I know that this boss is hard because when I played in the beta, I was around how strong you are at, and this boss took me like 3 tries, and it was a lot of learning on how the boss works, where you have to drag the bird out, kill the bird by itself, then go back in on her to be able to get good damage. And then sometimes you have to use your burst skills to clear the mob so they don't overwhelm you. It's just you gotta just be able to play the fight really well to be able to do the boss at where you're at. You do have the damage requirements. Now it's just actually practicing the boss and being able to do it. Yeah, but even at your IED 85, that's good enough. You know, you're strong enough to do the boss. It's just gonna take a little bit of practice. It's not easy by any means. I understand that. But you know, if you want to make the boss easier, you're gonna have to upgrade some of your gear. But where you're at right now, it's like you have a lot of upgrades you can make. It's just fixing it, you know? And yeah, I keep saying this, but make sure you do your flame because once you have the flame on this, it makes it way, way better. Right. You have any other questions? I'm gonna help other mans out. All right, we got Mr. Doku here, also a shadower. See, we got 4K luck, 18% crit rate. I mean, this is okay, but you eventually want to swap off of it. Do you have any questions in particular that you have about your character? I am currently debating whether to invest more to aim for higher boss up to easy sickness or to create a second easy sicknesses try character. I mean, like, what do you want to do? You know, do you want to do higher tier bosses or do you want to create a second character? You know, it depends on what your goals are. I think that if you're trying to make a second character to farm it, I'm not sure if it's very cost effective. I could be wrong on this, but I think that you spend a lot of money to get maybe money that doesn't really seem like a good investment to me. But that's just what I think, right? You can for sure do it. It's just I don't know if it's worth it. But if you want to invest into this character, then you know you have a character that you can play for fun, and you can maybe make money too. Really, really depends on what your goals are, right? Hey, I wonder if I entry boss with two players will my drop rate decrease. Yeah. So how it works is you split the drop because you don't get all the drops on one person, you know? You sold the boss, you get all the drops, but if it's two people, you split the drops and it's random. So let's say that there's one item, you can it's like a 50-50 basically. If you hit that raffle, it's, you know, whoever gets it gets it. Good morning, KB. Yeah, Doku, do you know in particular like what you want to do with this game? Because I feel like that will help me a lot. You know, I don't think I can really tell you what to do if you don't want to juice this character. You want to juice another character. It's really all about like if you want to farm a second character, then you know you could do something very similar to what you have right now. Are you able to solo easy sickness with this? If you are, then you know I think you already know what you're doing. I mean, this gear is good, right? This is hey, this is actually the build I just posted. This is the build I just posted. Are you still here, Doku? All right, real quick. You're currently progressing up to easy sickness. Okay, do you want to keep pushing this character or do you want to make another character, you know? Because you want to push this character. I think that the biggest gain that you have is let me see. I'm trying to look through all your equipment right now. I mean, you're actually not in the worst spot, but I think that the biggest issue is the emblem, right? The emblem is a lot. I think that without the emblem, it's very difficult to do any of the harder bosses because even with this current setup that you have right now, even if everything was legendary, and you had a flame on this too, and everything else was flamed, you know, you're lacking a lot of damage to be able to do CRA. So you have to. I mean, you're being realistic here. This is like you have to party up if you want to do CRA. But for easy sickness, I mean, with this setup, I could see you being able to do it, but without the emblem, it's very very hard. And I'm just being like honest with you. You need the emblem, I think, and then if you don't want to work on the emblem, then you know the only other choice you have is to potential all of your gear up to legendary, and you know, I think that will cost more than getting the emblem because you don't necessarily need the gold emblem. You get the silver one, but the silver emblem, just know that you get worse stats. But I think it's worth it if you want to get something that's cheap enough to be able to, clear because you miss out on so much ignore enemy defense. Since right now your item only has one IED line, you pretty much do no damage to the boss, you know? The only other option you have is to roll off of these lines to get more ignore enemy defense. But I feel like your lines are already pretty good, you know? Like rolling off of it is kind of questionable in my opinion. It's just way better to get an emblem and you can start doing damage to the boss because without the ignore enemy defense, you do zero damage. You know, I don't really see the setup that you have that you can get otherwise. I mean, the only other thing you can really do is roll off these lines and hope you get IAD, but it's going to be very expensive to do it rather than if you just get the emblem. How much stats do I need to deal with normal Arcarium? Honestly, it's been so long. I don't even know. But I'm gonna say like you gotta be as strong as my man's right here. I think at least like 4K. That boss is just really badly designed, you know? It's if you are a shadower, you can probably do this very easily, or certain classes can deal with it much easier. But if you're playing like a class that can't really counter the one shot, the boss is kind of impossible to solo. You can only really solo it once you have enough damage where you can just, you know, out damage the boss before he kills you. You know, you have a problem with that boss. It's not really your fault. It's the game design is just bad. No, when they made that the game, it was not balanced. Like the old school MapleStory is not balanced really well. It's horrible. Can you show me your emblem? Yeah, I'll show you my emblem. My emblem's pretty good. It's not the best, but it gives me what I need. So I need a lot of crit rate right now, and the IAD is really good. And 9 on the attack, and then a little bit of luck. Is there no way to one shot the dodge outside smoke screen? So actually my friend he plays Bowmaster and he found a strategy. So the strategy is basically he drags the boss all the way to the right over here, right? And then he places the teleporter all the way on the left because then Bowman and Marksman can teleport, and you can teleport outside of the range or go all the way to the left and it's outside the range of the one shot. Other than that, like I don't really know many other ways to dodge the one shot. Also, I think I died inside smoke screen once because of lag. Yeah, like the boss is just really badly designed. Like that's not really your fault, you know. It's just a shit boss. Like I don't know what else to say. Like they need to make these bosses more fair. Like Magnus is a very bad boss because it's very bad for most characters to be able to deal with his bullshit. And that's not really your fault. It's the game designer's fault. Like they just didn't design the game that well. What is the best line for Silver Emblem playing Night Lord? It depends on what you need, right? You probably want to get IED on the line though, because the secondary and the weapon they can roll boss damage, and that is really good. But you know, it just depends on what you end up hitting. If you hit a lot of attack, then it's fine too. You know, like you don't want to overspend on re-rolling. Just find something that is usable. Actually, the one way to also dodge Arcarium one shot is you you have a bishop. They use a holy magic shell. Other than that, I don't really know any other way to dodge it. It's just bad. Paladin or Dark Knight might be good choices for Magnus. Yeah, they're both good because they get a little bit of invincibility to help them out, you know. But like the best, absolute best class in the game to do Magnus by miles ahead is Shadower. It's not even a debate. Like it's really not a debate. You can do it as other classes, but Shadower is literally the best class to do Magnus in. It's not even close. But every single class in the game can do it. You just need way more money with other classes. You can do it as Buccaneer. The Buccaneer is good. I just think that no one really likes to play them for some reason. I don't know why. They're good though. But it means that, you know, I like to recommend Buccaneer as a class because your items are probably going to be cheaper. Damn, auto buff pet is 9 mil. Dude, that shit is expensive. Just low-key worth it though. Auto buff is so good. I fucking hate auto buffing. Like I hate doing it myself. You bought the bottom? What the fuck did you buy on the bottom? Oh, are you talking about the bottom of a Buccaneer? Buccaneer is crazy good. The thing is, they're not only good at soloing, but they're also good at party bossing because they have time leap. And they basically get perma echo because they have time leap, so they have extra 4% attack all the time. Oh, Snail auto buff was 3 mil? Dude, who the fuck sold it for 3 mil? They made a bad mistake. You miss buying pets when they're cheap? Yeah. It's weird though right now, right? Because I feel like the game is actually in a like it's fun to play, right? But then the token value doesn't really reflect it. Like all the items actually gone up a lot, but the token went down. Honestly though, like I think that it's fine. Like I think that the game will continue to grow. So anything that you make now, you know, it'll continue to grow. But damn, like having an auto buff pet is pretty nice. Not gonna lie. At least auto buff pet is not like back pet, you know. It's still within reach for majority of players. I also think that they're going to release more pets in the future, like for events and stuff like that. So I think that they you know, just keep that in mind when buying pets. Shadow is broken in like every version of MapleStory. Yeah, they're pretty good. Like historically speaking, they're pretty good. Oh, is Shadow broken like every? Oh, I think that in GMS they're not insanely broken. Like they're pretty good, but no, what people value in those games is very different than what they value in this game, right? Because right now we're at a place in the game where damage is important, but isn't the most important factor when determining how good a class is, and that's because everyone hasn't reached a point in the game yet where they can't clear a boss because they don't have enough damage, right? Because everyone still has gains to make from upgrading, so you don't really base off a class off how good their damage is, at least right now. No, as long as they're not doing like nothing, then I think that you just base it off the kit that they have. And you know, Shadow's kit is really only broken in this game, but in the regular game where you know people have more tools, I don't think Shadow is too crazy, but I still think they're a really good class. I really want them to release more classes though. Like I think that this game needs way more classes. The regular game has like 50 classes, so you know we're definitely missing out on so much content. I was debating on switching to Night Lord, but like switching characters in this game is crazy. It's so expensive. Why you guys say it's broken because of smokescreen? Yeah, smokescreen is one of the main reasons, but I'll just list out some other ones. So you see this shadow veil right here? This skill right here, shadow veil. I can use it. I can go in dark side, right? So I can use this and smokescreen, and I get perma dark side. And you know, when you're in dark side, you can pretty much negate, you know, like 70% of boss mechanics in the game. So then you can see I have 45 seconds on my shadow veil, and then now I get smokescreen, and that's an additional 30 seconds. So after 15 seconds, I can use shadow veil one more time, and that's basically like, you know, 45 seconds or so of like pseudo invincibility. And on top of that, you get final damage. So if you see right here, I have this damage range, right? When I go into my smoke screen, I get increased final damage. So you just get insane uptime, you get crazy damage. And then on top of that, for whatever reason, you see my assassinating skill, my bossing skill, this also gives you super stance. So for bosses like Magnus and Lotus, you can use that to keep extremely high uptime on the boss. So those three things alone make Shadow really, really good. And also, like, one more thing is they have a double flash jump. So in some bosses, you can just go like this, and you can get out of their attack range. It's very, very good. Their mobility is good. Their support is good. Oh yeah, Smokescreen also gives a crit damage to the whole party. So, like, they're just good at everything. But just know that, when fifth job comes out, a lot of other classes get very strong too. They're just in this version of the game, they're just over kitted. Like the game is clearly not balanced right at all. But it will get better. Do you believe NXPC will reach to something higher than its all-time high price? Oh, that's a hard question. I think maybe it really depends on if this game continues to grow, right? Because I think that the right now it's like kind of a toss-up. I don't really know. I think that it's possible, but I don't know. If you just look at like historically speaking, the like Web3 games, they just do really bad, right? Because people just go in, play the game, they farm the fuck out of it, and then they just sell. But this game is trying to do something different, where they're trying to make a more sustainable ecosystem, right? So if the mechanics of the game actually work out, then potentially, I don't really know. I hope it does. I'm gonna play this game until it dies, and I hope it doesn't die. But they have a lot of runway. I don't think this game will die like anytime soon, or even at all. Like if it died, it's it would be like 10 years down the line when it's very clear that this game model does not work out. But I think that there is potential that we get like one really insane rally for this game. I think what it requires is the game to be in a way better spot. Like it's a stable game. It has people that want to play the game that are coming in constantly, and we're getting good updates, right? So I'm expecting that like a year from now when we get our fifth job update, like we could probably see something crazy happen, because a lot of people don't really want to play this game because the game doesn't have fifth job, right? Everyone is kind of like they're like, oh, this game needs fifth job. So I think when fifth job comes out, it could potentially, if they know how to market it correctly, and new players come in during that time, I think that we could maybe see a really good bump in price. But other than that, like I mean, like we just need more updates for the game right now. Like right now, we got like some streamer event going on, but like I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know who gives a fuck about that. That's just my opinion, though. Well, I guess those events are important to bring in new players. I just don't know if they're very effective. That's it. Because it just feels like they're glazing these influencers, but I don't know if that's the right move to bring in new people. Well, at least we have fun and stress at the same time with the game right now. No, honestly, this game is super fun. I would only really recommend it for people that really want to play like an MMO with it, like a very insane economy. Like this economy in this game is fucking crazy. Like it's just like so open, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. But also, it's like you feel like you gotta spend money to make any progress. Shadow is the go for all bosses, not just Sue, but up to Black Mage. Yeah, I mean, Shadow is really good for pretty much every boss. Like they're really good in Dark now. They're good in I think they're pretty good in Will and Lucid also. Will is good because they can keep good damage uptime. Yeah, they seem pretty good like pretty much for every single boss. It's just I just think that they get balanced out when you compare them to other classes that have fit job and stuff. But they're pretty much always going to be pretty good. But the value of Darkseid goes down a lot after like the arcane bosses, I think, because they stop being as OP. What is my weapon deco? I just got this from these mobs. I don't even know what it's called. What is this thing called? Magic Crest. There's 200 of them, so I don't want to use it anymore. Honestly, I suck at the fashion stuff. So yeah, fun until Arcurium breaks your screen. Oh, that boss is just ass, honestly. This shit is ass. Go complain to the fucking devs that they need to make the quality of life better in this game. Because I think as a new player, you're just like, why is this boss doing this? Like, how can I counter it? When the game has no counterplay, it makes the game just not really fun to play. Like, I just don't get it. And it's not like they don't have the fix. The bosses are literally they have quality of life added to them in the actual MapleStory version. So it's like these boss they I mean it's technically a nerf, right, to the boss. But I mean it's fair. It's not really like unfair or anything. I don't know. I didn't win, guys. I know range is wild, but can you give us a potential earning range from this game? Oh, fuck. I mean, I'll tell you right now how much money I'm making per hour. So right now, if I'm farming, I'm making about 320k NESO. And then for bossing, I would say I make about 1 through 2 mil. The the boss drop rates have changed, so it's not very consistent, right? So I had to give you a kind of a range there. And then I do that every day, right? So let's just say 1 mil on the lower end. I train maybe 3 to 4 hours a day. So let's just say 2 mil there. And then the weekly bosses, it's like it just depends on what drops I get. Um, like this week, I'm probably getting like 20, 30 mil or something. And then on top of that, all the items I get, maybe another 20, 30 mil. I don't know. It's really hard for me to calculate. So it's around that range. Because the thing is, the price of everything just changes, right? Like of the items that you get, and then it also depends on what items you also even get in the first place. Because 1 week I can make X amount, but it's not very consistent. So I just tell you what I probably get consistently, which is farming. Because farming is basically 100% guaranteed. You just get the money. But the bossing stuff is just it's very hard for me to say. But I'll just tell you it's maybe like 50, 60 mil a week or something. I don't even know. Is that good? 50, 60 mil? For how much money I put into this character? I don't know. And that's not even sustainable, right? Because NXPC keeps dropping. And then you also need people to buy the items, so they just get cheaper every week. And then eventually it'll get to a point where you don't even get drops anymore because the limited amount of supply in the game. So it's like, is it really sustainable? Probably, I don't know. That's why when I tell people like you're gonna try to do like a play to earn mentality in this game, it's a little difficult because it's you don't really know if it's gonna work out in a year or something, or even in like a few months. The drop rate changes all the time. 10 more minutes and I can fail all my wrath. Yeah, but I also want to say, Rob, I put in like over 5 figures, right? So I'm not really expecting to make my money back, right? And also at the same time, it's not really consistent. I'm just telling you the rates of what it is right now, but you don't know what it's gonna be next week or the week after. Because last week I was making X amount, and the week after I'll make X amount. And I'm not really playing this game to even make money in the first place, right? It's just kind of like a bonus, and I just tell people because that's what they're interested in. So it's like you know, the numbers are a bit like I wouldn't say they're consistent. And also I put in a lot of money too, but it's just a game at the end of the day, right? 10 more minutes and I can film my oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah, dude, the shit is always happens, right? You answer a raffle and then it's 50-50. Too many factors. Yeah, it's hard to calculate everything. But I just told you what is like kind of expected. I mean, some people are making even more than me. Like if they train like a lot more, they make way more money. Also, I do want to add that a lot of people have this weird thing where they come in, right? And they say like, you know, you make X amount of money, but a lot of the money that I make, I put back into my character. So I don't really cash it out because even if your character is like X amount of strong, right? Like my character is this strong, I still want to progress the character. So it's like I don't really cash out the money. I just I just make myself stronger. Just have fun and thank you for the game for refund your money. Yeah, if I end up getting break even, then I'll fucking be happy because then then I'll just be like, oh, I got my character for free. But I mean, knowing me, like I like to juice my character. I want to be strong and do everything by myself. You know, even if it takes me 30 minutes, I'll do the run. Is re-rolling for the second legendary ability. You cannot. If you're talking about this one right here, you cannot get these two legendary. But if you let me walk back on that. In GMS or in the current MapleStory game, not this one, the actual one, um, you cannot do that. But in the older versions of MapleStory, these can go legendary. But the chances of them going legendary is extremely slim. So I don't know if we can do it in this game. Maybe you can, because it's running on the older version. But if you can, it's very hard to hit. So yeah, I wouldn't really go for it. But you happen to hit it, then you're extremely lucky. But you eventually want to fix these two. Try to get them to like something really good, like crit rate or extra damage to abnormal monster. I think those two are really good. Crit rate is really hard to hit though. So like your odds are not very high. I've been trying to roll for it, but I have not been able to hit it. I had damage to deep of real world. Oh, did you have the unique one though? If you had the unique one, you should have kept it. That one's really good. How much did I sell the deep nickname for? I mean, it's pretty hard for me to appraise items like that, you know. I mean, you could probably sell it for a few $100s. Oh, if it's just epic, I mean, like, I would roll off it too. Yeah, unique, then it'd be worth keeping, in my opinion. The only one I would kind of keep is epic crit rate. I would keep that one, even if it's epic, because right now crit rate is so hard to get. Holy shit, 19 boss damage. That's pretty good, right? You know what's funny though? I had like 15% boss damage before or something like that, right? In the beta. But I was so upset because it was so low, right? So I rolled off of it and I ended up missing. So I had like, 27 attack or something like that. The line was 27 attack. I was like, I should have just kept it at boss. And then now I rolled back to it to 19. So I'm pretty happy about that. 10 minute for raffle rewards. I hope you guys get something good. I think I got some pretty good stuff this today. I got earrings, uh, you know, boots and gloves, shoulder. Today was a juicer day. Pretty good. My drops are usually not like that though. I usually get nothing. But see what I mean by sometimes you get unlucky, right? And then the luck balances out. You get happy. At 27 attack, roll for boss, ran out honor at some point. They open a 9. Oh yes, exactly. The 27 attack is okay, but you really want the boss. The boss is so good. Like sometimes like you gotta go past of what is okay to be able to get like what's ideal. Like sometimes I tell people like, oh, like what you have right now is okay for your thing, right? But you eventually want to work past it. Just depends. Did you drop anything in CRA and Cygnus? I'll show you what I got. I didn't get anything really. CRA, I got money and I got runes. These are basically 100% win rate. So it's just money basically. This one is also not guaranteed for me to get. It's an 88% win rate. So if I lose this one, I'll be sad. And then Cygnus, I got nothing. But then Pink Pink, I got a cup. And then Magnus, I got the badge. And then CPAP, I got a lot of money. But this one, I'm splitting the rewards with my duo. So that one is not exactly all mines. You need more content to play? Dude, I need to be able to fucking do Lotus and Damien, but I need to find a party. But I think maybe I'll try to see if people want to do it with me this week. I mean, I'm so juiced. Someone fucking party with me. Like I think we can run trios if we have one more juice guy. I think that with me, my partner, and like a third juice person, we can do trios. At least for Lotus. For Damien, I don't know because Damien is way more annoying to do the boss with keeping up damage. Lonely Wolf, haha. I mean, it's just I think that a lot of the juice people at the end game they already had parties, because they're probably playing with their friends or something. But my friends, they they're still working to get to a high level. So I gotta wait for them then. But that just takes time. I'm gonna be choosing you in like 6 months, maybe. I hope you are. I hope you catch up. That'd be good progress. 6 months is pretty good. You get where I'm at, and you get to do it for probably half the price. I have no purchase. What do I must buy? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about like like what you want to prioritize to buy? I'm not sure what you mean. I want to buy for leveling up. Okay, I will try bossing right now. Good luck, have fun streaming. Thank you, man. I wanted to buy for leveling up. Oh, I'm still confused. Like, are you asking like about equipment or like you want to buy like I'm still confused. Like, you want to get stronger? Yeah, anything? If you want to prioritize buying anything, I would prioritize the secondary, the emblem, and the weapon. Those are the most important ones. And then if you're looking for gear, I just made a video kind of explaining kind of like the price points you're kind of at. So I would just watch that video. It will explain everything that you need to know. But those three are the most important: the weapon, the emblem, and the secondary. You can get your hands on anything, yeah, you get one of those three. Oh shit, I need to do that. It's all expensive? Yeah, I mean, the items in this game are expensive, you know, it's just what it is. But you know, if you're a free to play player, there's nothing really that's super cheap, but you gotta just go like the budget boot route, you know? So you just go like the necros and stuff. Even if you can't afford the emblem, at least get the secondary. It's really good. Secondary and weapon. Yeah, if you're free to play, you gotta train on do a lot of daily bosses. Pretty much, yeah. Do you see a lot of hacker? Not at my level. I know that there's a lot of hackers in the early game, but I mean, that's just you know part of the game. No hackers past 120 yet. Yeah, I think that if the hacks stay, they're probably gonna go push past 120. They're gonna go to 140 when Legion comes out because that's gonna be a important like level threshold. I'll do my daily and then I'll do all my bosses. Then we'll see after that. Flex shield. I'm already training, so I'll do that one. Do you normal MapleStory have hackers? They do have hackers, but I only played reboot, so I don't really know how bad the hacking problem is in like regular servers. But in reboot, most of the hacking comes from like people macroing, so they don't actually hack. They macro instead. That means that you know, they just set like a macro where they automatically do a rotation and they just like let that run for, you know, like overnight or something. But a lot of times they will end up getting banned, and it's just a lot of effort for, you know, you have a high probability of getting banned, right? But in GMS, I believe that there's not actually that many hackers. I guess lie detector works for macros. Kind of, but also at the same time, there are programs right on the computer that can probably do that. But I mean, you'll probably still get banned. Can you do a video for top mistakes people make? You are my best YouTuber for MapleStory N. Yeah, there's not really that many MapleStory N creators, so I mean, I'm trying to make as many videos as I can, but um, I mean, like I'm not 100% sure the top mistakes people make, so I would have to think about that one. But I'll think about making that video. I think they can't cash out since we had a KYC to swap NESO into NXPC. Wait, really? I thought that you can withdraw though, right? You can't swap. Can you do that? You can't swap NESO into NXPC? Yeah, they can cash out 1K daily. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, hacker. I don't know. I don't really know how they're trying to prevent that all that stuff from happening with the hackers, but they gotta do something about it. I mean, like it's weird though because they had like the whole beta and then the period in between the beta and the game release to figure it out. I don't know how they didn't figure it out. Like at least, no. Yeah, they need hackers in beta. There were hackers in beta. That's the thing. You know, they had hackers in beta, so I don't know why they couldn't figure it out. But the hacks are different for sure. They're way different. It's just yeah, they had hackers in beta. So the way that the hackers made money in beta was they would RMT the money you know, like just peer to peer. It's very common, extremely common. I didn't do it, but I know people that have done it. Can you play Night Lord? I cannot play Night Lord. I'm super bad at Night Lord. I tried playing that class, but the issue with Night Lord is they don't have an up jump like this. Oh my gosh, playing the class without an up jump is so hard. Or if they don't have, no, maybe they do have an up jump, but they don't have a. I don't know. I don't think they have an up jump. I think if you play a class without an up jump, is so hard. They do. What about double flash jump? I think it's the double flash jump that I didn't like. They don't have a double flash jump. Yeah, that's what they don't have. I don't know. I'm just so bad at Night Lord because I tried playing it and I was like, this class is too hard. I guess they do then. Yeah, if you see me play Night Lord, I'm probably not that good on that class. This class, the thing is with Shadow, it's very I'm very comfortable with it because I played this class in GMS as a bossing meal, so I just got really comfortable playing this class, and I like playing classes with like a rush like this because it makes positioning a lot easier. When I have to just like move around like doing like small flash ups is hard. Well, I lost my Unchained Raffles. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Honestly, the Unchained one is pretty hard to win though. Yeah, they're really hard to win. Oh, 3%? Yeah, I mean, like, your odds are so bad, right? Yeah, 6 items? Holy shit. Honestly, though, like, that's just how all the drops are gonna end up being, right, guys? Just remember that. Like, the Unchained is the most common one, right? But once everyone is able to start clearing bosses and stuff like that, it's gonna be the same thing, you know? You're in a raffle, but it's only like a 6% win rate or something. But I think that's the point of the design of the game. I don't really think it's necessarily wrong to not be able to get items, but you know, you want to progress in this game, they need to give us different forms of like ways to get damage, right? So right now there's really no good ways to get damage except spending money on your enhancements. But later on when the game comes out with FitJob and all those other systems, the the mechanic of the game just gets way better because you can farm and you can get like nodes and stuff that gives you damage for your character. So the balance of the game just becomes way better because you're not over reliant on money, and actually money is the main important thing in my opinion because you're not limited to being only to enhancing your items to make progress. You can, you know, farm and get nodes and that makes a lot of progress. What is abnormal status? Mm, are you talking about like the stat? I don't really know what it is. I never really I never really like account for that, but yeah, it is like a debuff, I believe. I don't really know what that stat is. I never really go for it, or it's not really really relevant. I feel like I could be wrong though, but that's what I know. I watch a lot of MapleStory reviews, so I know there are a lot of systems that give damage that we don't have right now. Yeah, there are tons of systems in the game. That's what I'm saying. Like we have so much more content, right? There's so many things that is gonna make this game better. It's just I think it's just going to come very slowly, but we're going to get the content soon. I believe we just need our first content update. So I think that so I know that they're actually developing the game in different ways. The game is very similar to how it was in the beta, so we need a different game right now. Like it's I just want it to be better, like more content. There is one thing about abnormal that is like oh no, actually no, that's not the same thing. Never mind. Forget what I said. All right, we'll kill some axe guys, and then we'll finish the dailies, and then we'll head on over to do our bosses. Maybe we get something good. Oh, I got another shoulder. Where am I from? I'm from somewhere in the west. I can't tell you exactly where, but I'm somewhere in the west. I mean, that's two shoulders. Like, well, one last week. Oh, I need to collect my rewards still. Collect it after this one. Where is it? This one. Here. Nice. Damn, we got some items today, guys. How much are these selling for? I need to sell some items. Just lazy to list it. Might have to hit the big 205. Dude, hey, you gotta get 210, bro. But congrats, you're leveling up so fast. But yeah, run your fucking CZAC. That's what you need to do, bro. I haven't gotten one other drop from this from fucking NPAP. I feel like these are impossible to hit. He fears CZAC? Bro, man's gotta fucking hit that hit that lab. He's way overfunded for CZAC. You guys get anything good from your daily bosses? I got a Magnus shoulder so far. Gotta juice one more time. You feel me? That's crazy. It's so expensive to enhance. I got Von Leon boots for Archer. God damn, how much are those selling for? 900k? Yeah, no one plays Archer then. I think Archer will be good, but maybe in fit job. Feels bad I can't find one Cygnus bow for sale. I don't know. I feel like the Cygnus items are not even that good. Like I've I don't know. Like I just feel like Von Neon is good enough, and unless you're planning on going 22 star on the Cygnus weapon, but it's so expensive to even get there in the first place, right? So it's like I don't think they're that great until like later on when the cost of everything becomes dirt cheap, then I can see a very good argument for them. But right now it's kind of hard to make that argument for them. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it for now. Yeah, honestly, the Von Leon's fine. I don't even do. I mean, the fucking Fafnir weapons are so expensive to enhance. I don't even know how the fuck anyone's gonna afford to do that shit. You gotta wait like a month or two for the prices to go down. You go straight to Fafnir? Yeah, spend like 3K to get it to all legendary. Nice, got a ring. Leon, consistent. When Absol is fully out, I think that we're gonna start seeing more Absol pieces in a month or so. Do we still run 4 CRA? Yeah, for me, the build I'm going to go that is very realistic is I'm not going to go Absol Weapon. I'm going to keep the 4 set CRA. And if I want to upgrade, I'll upgrade the shoulder, the gloves, cape, and shoes. But it's like a big question mark, even if I wanted to do that right now, because it's so expensive to enhance. Like, I think that the most important one to upgrade is the shoulder though, because it's 22 starable shoulder. But the rest of them, like, yeah, I can upgrade them later. I mean, there's gonna be a shoulder out there next week, but I don't think it's worth it because the guy wants to sell it for over 10K. I'm not gonna buy that shit for 10K. It doesn't make sense. It's too expensive. I don't even think anyone should buy it for 10K. I don't even think it's worth 10K. Yeah, I think he's crazy for hoping for that price, but I mean, I can see why someone would buy it. I just wouldn't buy it. Biggest flex is Pap Eye. That's a pretty fucking big flex. I'm not gonna lie. Is there even one out there? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's one yet. Only like a few parties are cleared CPAP, and the drop rate is so low. But there's gonna be one probably like in a month or so. I think. Hopefully, my party gets it. I mean, I think the PAP mark is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's so hard to obtain. It's like very unrealistic for most people. It's for I. I believe it's where the black bean mark goes. So yeah, I. Yeah, I mean like the 2-star difference is pretty big, but I mean think about how much it's gonna cost. It's probably gonna be so expensive. Even if you're the only one to enhance it, the way that the price spikes up when you're the only one that enhances it is too crazy. They definitely nerfed it, I think. I mean, I guess you have a whole week to like a whole week or 2 weeks to do it at least. Doesn't mean Zach face is bis. Yeah, it is bis right now, but like once Lucid and Will come out, then the Twilight Mark is way better. Twilight Mark is really really good item. That's why I'm using the mark. I'm not using the condensed power crystal. I don't think it's worth it if because I want to get a Twilight Mark later on. But I mean that's like over a year from now, so it doesn't really matter that much. Oops. All right, I'm done with my bosses. Let's run some Monster Park. Is it worth getting to level 4 collection for 2% crit? I think that if you can make it cheap enough, yeah, it's pretty worth it. But I don't know what the cheapest items are right now. So it's kind of hard for me to base like pricing of that. But I think it's worth it if you need, especially if you need the extra crit rate. I think for me it costs like 1 millish. Probably worth it. I mean, it pretty much lasts you forever, right? So I think it's worth it. 4% crit. I mean, that's like one link character, right? For the archer. And archers are selling for I think the sniper is like $30 or something. Yeah, it's like a pretty small upgrade, but I mean it's not too expensive. All right, I'm gonna call it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, guys.